This is cause number 2021 CR 5434 and 2021 CR 5, no, hang on, wrong one. 2021 10838. The state of Texas versus Cody Ring. Attorneys, please make your announcements for the record, starting with the state.
Travis Rodriguez for the state of Texas.
Defense.
Alex Scharf for Sean Brown's office on 2020 CR 10838. Ready?
And Russell Mitchell for cause number 2021 CR 5434.
Mr. Ring is appearing by video conference. Mr. Ring, go ahead and tell me your full name.
Cody Paul Ring.
Okay, and for purposes of the record, Mr. Ring is appearing by video conference from the Bexar County Jail. Mr. Ring, I'm going to show you the true bill of indictment that was filed in your cases. The first one in cause number 10838 alleges the offense in count 1 of possession of a controlled substance in penalty group 1 over 400 grams. Count 2 is possession, same substance, same quantity. So count 1 is possession with intent to deliver. I apologize. In cause number 5434, count 1 alleges the offense of possession with intent to deliver 2 to 400, and count 2 alleges possession, same quantity, same substance. Both indictments allege a repeat offender enhancement allegation. On 10838, state, how are we proceeding?
Yes, Judge. We are going to proceed on the lesser included, that is possession with intent to distribute controlled substance, penalty group 1, 200 to 400 grams. As well, we're abandoning the repeat offender enhancement allegation.
No objection.
So it is possession with intent to deliver 2 to 400,
Yes, Judge.
waiving the repeat offender.
Yes, Judge.
And on cause number 5434, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we move to waive and abandon the repeat offender enhancement allegation and proceed as charged.
Which
Objection.
count?
Count 1.
Mr. Ring, I want to go over the range of punishment, how we're going to proceed, because it's not included in written form in your admonishments. So what I'm going to do, if there's no objection from your attorneys, starting with 10838, is I'm going to print this document, strike through this part that says 5 to 99 or life, fine up to $10,000. I'm going to strike through that in both of these waivers and admonishments, and I'm going to handwrite the correct range of punishment for the counts that we're proceeding on. Both of these are codified in this section, which is the Health and Safety Code 481-112 subsection E. So the minimum is 10 years, the maximum is 99 years or life. It also has a possible fine of up to $100,000. On both of these cases, Mr. Ring, do you understand the range of punishment that applies?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
And is there any objection from either counsel for me to strike through the range of punishment language and put the correct one on there?
No objection.
No objection, Judge.
Mr. Ring, on both of these indictments, you have the right to a jury trial. You have the right to cross-examine all the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that those are your constitutional rights?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
When you sign the waiver of rights in both of these cases, what you're telling me is you want to give up those rights. Is that what you intend to do in cause number ending in 10838?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Is this your electronic signature on 10838?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
And in cause number ending in 5434. Do you understand that when you sign this waiver, you're telling me you're going to give up those constitutional rights I explained to you?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
And is this your electronic signature on 5434?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you are not, I'm still required to tell you that a plea of guilty or no contest to this charge could result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Mr. Ring, are you satisfied with the representation of Mr. Scharf?
Yes, Your Honor, very much so.
And are you satisfied with the representation of Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
If you were not a citizen of the United States, I'm still required to tell you that a plea of guilty or no contest to this charge could result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Mr. Scharf, does your client have a rational and factual understanding of the proceedings against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you in the preparation of any defenses?
Yes, he has.
In your opinion, is he mentally competent to waive his rights and enter into a plea?
Yes, Judge.
I will accept the waiver in 10838 and make it part of the record. Mr. Mitchell, does your client have a rational and factual understanding of the proceedings against him?
I believe he does.
Has he been able to assist you in the preparation of any defenses?
He has.
In your opinion, is he mentally competent to waive his rights and enter into a plea?
I believe he is.
I will accept the waiver in 5434 and make it part of the record. And just to be real clear on the record, 10838, anytime I reference that, that's actually a 2020 case, and 5434 is a 2021 case. All right, Mr. Ring, let's go over the plea bargain in this case. I have that on the screen now. The plea bargain calls for punishment to be assessed at 12 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, the Institutional Division, no applications. This case will run concurrent with 2020 CR 10838. So this is the plea bargain that you have made in 5434. Is that your understanding of the agreement in that case?
Yes, Your Honor. And if it's also going to run concurrent with my Seguin sentence.
Do you have a case number?
No, Your Honor, not with me. I do not.
I'll get it. All right, and then Mr. Hang on, before I go any further on the other case, the plea bargain calls for prosecution to proceed on the lesser of possession with intent to deliver, penalty group 1, 2 to 400 grams, 12 years TDC, no applications, concurrent with 5434. Is that your understanding of the agreement in that case, Mr. Ring?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
And I will make a notation that both of these cases will also run concurrent with your Guadalupe County case number, and my bailiff is getting that case number.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Scharf, is that your understanding of the agreement in your case?
Yes, Judge, it is. There are some other cases outstanding that I believe Mr. Rodriguez is going to reject or take into consideration, that they're not on this paperwork, but they are part of the ultimate plea agreement.
Is that correct, State?
Yes, Judge. I got too eager before sending the paperwork out. In addition to what's on the paperwork, the state is going to move to dismiss cause numbers 2021 CR 5435, 2021 CR 5436, and 2021 CR 2238.
Okay, so please tender the dismissals. I also have the Guadalupe case number. That's cause number 21-0283-CR-A. That's out of Guadalupe County, and that will run concurrent with these cases as well. All right, Mr. Mitchell, is that your understanding of the agreement in 5434?
It is, Judge.
And State, is that your understanding on all cases?
This is the state's understanding, Your Honor.
Mr. Ring, we're going to start with cause number 10838. What is your plea? Is it guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
And in cause number ending 5434, what is your plea? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
In both of these cases, are you entering a plea of no contest because you have talked about these matters with your two different attorneys and you believe it's in your best interest to do so?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And are you doing this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced you to enter a plea today on any of these cases
No, Your Honor.
or offered you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, ma'am.
I will accept the plea of no contest. I do find that the pleas in each of these cases are voluntarily made, and I will ask the state to tender its proof.
In both cases before the court, the state offers into evidence States Exhibit 1 and their attachments, pending any objections.
No objections.
No objection, Judge.
States 1 is admitted in both matters. Mr. Scharf, in your case, are you satisfied the state complied with Article 3914?
Yes.
I will sign the discovery acknowledgement in 10838 and make it part of the record. Mr. Mitchell, in your case number, are you satisfied the state complied with Article 3914?
I am.
I will sign the discovery acknowledgement in 5434 and make it part of the record. Give me just a minute to review the exhibits, please. Let's go back on the record, please. We're going to start with cause number 10838. I do find the evidence is sufficient to substantiate your guilt, and I will find you guilty of count 1, the lesser included, possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, 2 to 400 grams, 200 to 400 grams. And I will sentence you pursuant to your agreement to 12 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, the institutional division. You do get credit for the time you have been in custody. This case will run concurrent with 2021 CR 5434 and 21-0283-CR-A out of Guadalupe County. In cause number 2021 CR 5434, I do find that the evidence is sufficient to substantiate your guilt. And I will find you guilty of count 1, possession with intent to deliver 200 to 400 grams. And I will sentence you pursuant to your agreement to 12 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, the institutional division. You do get credit for the time you have been in custody. This will run concurrent with 2020 CR 10838 and cause number 21-0283-CR-A as an apple out of Guadalupe County. In both of these cases, Mr. Ring, you made plea bargains. These are plea bargain cases. I did follow your plea bargain agreement. You do not have a right to appeal. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right, I will certify that to the 4th Court of Appeals, and I will remand you to the custody of the Bexar County Sheriff to begin your sentence. Thank you, sir. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you,
Okay,
Travis.
thank you both. Yes, thank you for your patience this morning.
Thank you.
Let's go on the record on Jacqueline Kuntz.
Been sworn, Judge.
Thank you. I do have to run to a meeting, so does anybody else have an update that they need to give me really quick?
Yes, yes, Your Honor. Ms. Gay and I are ready to give the court an update if you're ready.
Go ahead.
As I mentioned to the court at docket call, it is looking like this case, Mr. Ruben Perez, is still going to be a trial. Ms. Gay and I are continuing to confer, but that's how it's looking like it's going to end up.
Are you ready for trial, Arlene?
Yes, the state and I are looking into, I gave him some information today to look into, but yes.
I don't have a schedule for next week. Let me see if I sent it. No, I don't have it yet. I'm going to set you out to December 6th. However, if I get a panel next week, I'm going to recall you. But I'll give you plenty of notice. It's not like I'll recall you to show up at 1 o'clock today. I'll just give you a few days. I'll give you, just know, since you both are announcing ready. Did I say that out loud? So funny.
Over there? Okay.
No, I'll give you a couple of days notice. But if I have a panel next week, we might start this one. How long do you think it'll take to try?
On my estimate, 2 days for our case.
That'll be good. If we could do that one. Okay.
I would probably say a little bit, it's a sex offense, Your Honor. So
Mhm.
it's probably a little bit longer than that. Less than a week.
Yeah, we can get it done in a week is my point. Okay. I'll set you for December the 6th, but I may recall you next week. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. You're
Thank you,
excused.
Your Honor. May I be
Uh-huh.
excused?
Yes.
Your Honor.
Michael Latimer.
Reporting back to the court.
Hang on, Mr. Sawyer. Mr. Latimer, what is your announcement?
Yeah, we're ready. The discovery issues have been resolved.
Thank you.
I do have my vacation request.
Right.
So,
Right. So I will set you for the December 6th docket also.
Oh, December 6th. I'm supposed to be an intern at the Lake George Baking Company. They're going to teach me how to make black and white cookies.
You can only pick one time to be out. So pick your brother or your other one.
Or the baking company of Lake George. Okay, no, we'll be fine. December 6th is fine.
All right. Thank you. You're excused.
Bye.
Michael Sawyer, what's your update?
Judge, I'd like to remain on the trial docket. I'm still conferring, however. If we reach an agreement, I'll notify the court in advance. But if not, we're ready for trial next week.
All right. I'm going to set you for next week also. I don't have the solid dates because there is a holiday in the middle of the week. So we're trying to get the final schedule before I set you, but I'm going to keep you on call. Okay.
Judge, that's fine. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Let's go on the record on Jacqueline Coontz and then Mary Petersack. Did you already leave? Because I was trying to talk to you earlier. And then Scott Martinez, what's the status of that case? All right, I'm gonna do the plea and then I have to run, so.
Judge,
I'll have
that
to-
case is with Scott. It's supposed to be a plea on Thursday, I thought you said.
Oh, yes. Thank you for
You're
reminding me.
welcome.
Jail court, yes. 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 My, Mr. Martinez, can you come back at 1:30? Basically,
Oh, sorry, Judge. I just saw you were trying to unmute me. I thought you were in the middle of a plea.
yeah, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Okay.
It's basically what we talked about. He has to be out on a PR bond, yada, yada. So
Okay.
can we just do what we had talked about? PR bond on one, I'll set a low bond on the other. He can go to recovery.
Yeah, and so that
Residential.
set it as a condition that he get picked up. I think for like
Yeah,
schools.
they will transport
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you want to, I don't think he has a bond set at all, Judge. If you want to set that low bond, I can take care of that today.
No problem. I'll do that today when I get back from my meeting, okay?
Excellent. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Let's go on the record on Jacqueline Coontz. And those are all the cases I have for this morning. Everyone else is excused. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm done. Who? No, nobody's coming back at 1:30. Where's Ms. Coontz and has she been sworn?
I believe she was, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go on the record. This is cause number 2020 CR 0351, the state of Texas versus Jacqueline Michelle Coontz. Attorneys, please make your announcements for the record.
Yes, Your Honor. Luis Echeverria for the state of Texas.
Michael Goins for Ms. Coontz, Your Honor.
Are you guys like always opposing each other?
Hey,
Feels
what it
like you were
seems
just
like, Your
opposed.
Honor.
It seems like that, Judge, yes.
Ms. Coontz is appearing by video conference. Go ahead and tell me your full name, ma'am.
Jacqueline Michelle Coontz.
I have the true bill of indictment against you on the screen. In count 1, paragraph A, it alleges the offense of burglary of a habitation with intent to commit theft. State, how are we going to proceed?
Judge, the state's not proceeding on either of these paragraphs. The state seeks to proceed on a lesser included offense of a burglary of a building. Furthermore, an attempted, which is a state jail felony, as the court knows, an attempted burglary of a building, Judge, would knock it down one degree. So the state's intent is to proceed on a Class A misdemeanor of attempted burglary of a building theft.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Very well. A Class A misdemeanor is punishable by confinement in the Bexar County Jail, Ms. Coontz, for any period up to 1 year confinement. It also carries a possible fine of up to $4,000. Do you understand the range of punishment, Ms. Coontz?
Yes, I do.
You have the right to a jury trial on this charge. You have the right to cross-examine all the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent. Those are your constitutional rights. Do you understand those?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
When you sign this document called a defendant's waiver, what you're telling me is you want to give up those rights. Is that what you intend to do?
Yes,
Is this your electronic signature?
yes, it is.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, I am.
If you are not a citizen, I'm still required to tell you that a plea of guilty or no contest to this charge could result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Ms. Coons, are you satisfied with the representation of your attorney?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Goins, does your client have a rational and factual understanding of the proceedings against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has she been able to assist you in the preparation of any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
In your opinion, is she mentally competent to waive her rights and enter into a plea?
He is, Your Honor.
I will accept the waiver and make it part of the record. Ms. Kuntz, on the screen, I have the plea bargain agreement that you have made in this case. It calls for prosecution on the lesser offense of attempted burglary of a building. That's a Class A misdemeanor.
And Judge, I made the mistake of clicking on Class A misdemeanor punishment for state jail phone. It is not. It's a Class A misdemeanor, Your Honor. I apologize for that.
Yeah, I will correct that when I print it. Punishment will be assessed at 30 days confinement in the Bexar County Jail. No applications for probation. The intention of the plea agreement is that it be satisfied. Is that your understanding of the agreement, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Goins, is that your understanding?
It is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Echeverria, is that your understanding?
It is, Your Honor.
What is your plea to the charge of attempted burglary of a building, a Class A misdemeanor? Is it guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
Are you pleading no contest because you have talked about this matter with your attorney and you believe it's in your best interest to do so?
Yes.
Are you doing this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
Has anyone forced you to enter a plea
No, they have not, Your Honor.
or offered you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, they have not, Your Honor.
I will accept the plea of no contest. I find the plea is voluntarily made and I will ask the state to tender its proof.
At this time, the state offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments pending any objection from Mr. Goins.
No objections, Your Honor.
States 1 is admitted. Mr. Goins, are you satisfied the state complied with Article 3914 in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
I will sign the discovery acknowledgement and make it part of the record. How many days in does she have?
Judge, by my count, I know you're probably not asking me. It looks like she was in about 15 calendar days. It looks that way to me. Maybe one of the clerks can confirm.
Yes, that's who I was asking.
And that's what I'm showing also, Your Honor.
Is there any clerks that can answer that?
14, Judge. 14 days. Sorry, I couldn't find my cursor.
Let's go back on the record, please. I do find the evidence is sufficient to substantiate your guilt. I will find you guilty of the Class A misdemeanor attempted burglary of a building. And I will sentence you to 28 days confinement in the Bexar County Jail. You do get credit for the time you have been in custody. I do find the judgment is satisfied. Ms. Kuntz, you made a plea bargain in this case. I followed your plea bargain agreement, so you do not have a right to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Very well. You're all finished. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. All right, we're all done for today. For this